tu dzisiaj nagram, jak robię gulasz, beef gulasz. I will record how I make it. I think I do it in English, so for the future generations. So I have 4 pounds of beef. I got it on sale for $5.99 per pound. It was on sale before Christmas, so there is like about four pounds. I will put it in that bowl. In the meanwhile, I got my Dutch iron pot out. This is the cast iron that I will use. It's, I think, 5 quarts, 5 liters big. And here I already chopped the onion, 1 large onion, a sweet onion I use, and it's frying on a clarified butter. So 1 onion, it can be more depending how much onion you like, but 1 large onion is good enough. That pot I will use, and I'm going to cut the beef into the like 1-inch cubes. This is the onion frying. I have the beef cut in cubes. I like bigger cubes, so I don't know, some people use them small, I like them a little bit bigger, doesn't really matter. What's next is, if you wanted to put some carrots, you would chop them and put them into the onion right now, so so the carrot would fry out a little bit. Sometimes I put carrot in, but this time I'm making a lot of the goulash, so I'm going to freeze some of it after, and I just don't like the taste of the carrot when it is unfrozen, thawed and used after the freezing. So this will be just pure beef stew with the onion and garlic. I'm going to put the few cloves of garlic into the onion right now. I have some cloves of garlic here. I think for the 4 pounds of beef, 7-8 cloves is good. I will chop it and put it into the onion. And here I have it already chopped. If you use the fresh garlic, this is the time now. It's sometimes people put the garlic with onion right in. I like the onion to fry a little bit first, and then garlic really doesn't need that much time. And also, if you use the powder garlic, you can use a powder, you don't have to use fresh. Then you can put it right into the pot after. You don't need to put garlic here right now if you're using the powdered version of it. But this is really like 30 seconds, a minute, and it's done with the garlic. 30 seconds is good enough, I guess, depending on the power of your gas. In the meanwhile, to 4 pounds of beef, I put like a 1/4 cup of flour. I think this is half of a cup, but I'm not going to use all of it. I think 1/4 cup is just good enough. Yeah. So if it's just a pound of beef, it might be, you see, this is how much it's left from the half of a cup. And what I do is I mix the flour in. So when we fry the beef, it will make a nice crust. So I have transferred all of the onion and garlic to the pot. This is where it will cook eventually, all of it. And I also put some olive oil into the pan, and I need to heat it up well, so it will fry the beef. You want that oil to be hot, because if it's not, it will make a lot of moisture and like cook instead of fry. Now we need to fry the beef, and it's just 1 minute on each side, just to make it to make a crust and to make it browny. that will preserve the juices inside the meat, as opposed to cook them like in a soup. And I will have to do 2 batches or maybe 3. Like I say, not too many, because the beef will cool the oil and it will start boiling instead of frying. So just take time to do this, because after that we will just put it on a burner and leave it for maybe about 2 hours. I have the onion and garlic already in. You would have carrots if you put in, and the beef, and this is the frying on an oil. No salt, no pepper, no spices yet. That's kind of halfway of frying the beef. This is still the first batch. Let me see. I just try to get rid of anything red outside when it's forming the crust. Then I take it out. Oh, this one maybe. So like I say, a minute maybe on each side. 2 minutes is probably too much. And there is already the second batch frying. I just put it in. This is the same pan that I was frying the onion in. I just transferred the onion out and put some olive oil, and then I'm frying the beef. The first batch is already in the pot. I will put some water in. But if you have a chicken broth or veggie broth you want to use, you can use that. But I'm just using the water. Beef has enough of its own flavor. And I still have one small batch after this one. And now that I have all beef in the pot, I fried it all. So this is like 5.5 liter pot. I will pour some water in, so you can have a broth or you can have the water. So what I do is I put it some in the pan, so I get all of the juices from the beef, and I will put the rest in the pot, such the beef is covered. So this is how much water I put just to cover the meat. The meat will shrink, so this is just enough, and we will bring it to boil, and then put it to the back burner to simmer, to cook. Now it's the time that I put the spices in. So let's see what we have. I have Vegeta. It's really what substitutes for the broth. I have veggies, and I really eyeball it, but maybe 2 tablespoons into the pot like that. Then I have some paprika, also just a touch, not too much, because I do have a teaspoon, I would say. Then I have that much of a soya sauce, 1/4 of a cup. It depends really how much of the beef you have. So this is for 4 pounds, right? Then I have a black pepper, probably a 1/2 teaspoon. And again, I don't put much because I can always put more. I have a chili flakes. It gives that a little bit of spicy kick. They have a red pepper powder that I will use. Really your choice, not needed. and I put already in 2 tablespoons of vinegar. So vinegar not needed, but it makes the beef tender. I will probably put more of some parsley and maybe some of other spices like cumin or I don't know. For now, this is it, and it will. I will bring it to boil, and then I will put it away to simmer, and it will be cooking for about 1.5 hours up to 2 hours. And of course I forgot salt, so I put a tablespoon of salt to start with, but if it's not enough I will put more. The soya sauce is salty, so I'm afraid to put more. Now that it started to boil, I will put it onto the back burner, low heat, and leave it to cook. I will occasionally open to see how it is doing and how tender the meat is, but this is really leaving it now for 1.5 hours. So it's already on a back burner on a low heat, like very low, so it only has the small bubbles like this. And what I do is I cover it. The cast iron is handy because it keeps temperature and it cooks evenly, so I use it. And besides, it's one of the only one big one that I have, large enough, so it serves 2 purposes: a big meal that I can freeze and after leftovers, and a good pot to cook. So now I will leave it. And now we have a little bit over 2 hours, 2 hours and 5 minutes exactly, boiling. I have to use the pot. So you see it's considerably less. It's shrunk, but it's still the meat is tender now and really nice and soft. The gravy, it's just and the gravy is like we might want that to be a little thicker. So to do that, we need to put a little bit of cornstarch in the water. Just mix it and pour it in. So I put 1 full tablespoon of cornstarch in really that much of water, really not that much, and I will pour it in, and it can go right in. That will make the gravy thicker. You need to bring it to boil. And that's done. You can put parsley or some green or I don't know, the dill, but you can do it after. Now this is ready, and I will make some dumplings. I record that too, so you will have the full dinner made video of